Welcome back to the weekly Bitcoin.com news show. My name is Corbin Fraser. Today's Friday, January 29th, 2021. And this week we saw crypto, along with stock markets, doing some serious big swings in terms of volatility. But I think the biggest swing of all was actually for the stock GME, otherwise known as Gamestop, which has been seeing what people are calling the short squeeze. Fueled by internet redditors and memes, and nobody is feeling so bad. So let's give you the rundown on that one. The internet took on Wall Street this week as a months-long campaign to pump GameStop's share price broke into the mainstream. It all started when the subreddit Wall Street Bets turned their attention to a story about an endgame scenario for the once beloved video game retailer, GameStop. Wall Street Bets describes themselves like 4chan found a Bloomberg terminal. With in-person video game sales severely affected by the pandemic, Wall Street veterans decided to short GameStop shares, seeing similarities between video gaming's most popular retailer and Blockbuster Video, which crashed spectacularly in the mid-2000s. With Wall Street investors aggressively shorting the stock, Redditors rallied to stage a short squeeze, pushing GME stocks prices higher and refusing to sell for lower prices. The disruption in business-as-usual capitalism has reached the highest levels on Wall Street, prompting NASDAQ President Adena Friedman to state that they would halt stocks that displayed unusual activity linked with internet chatter. Many in the financial industry are pushing to censor these groups from what many call outsider trading. Discord, a popular chat platform, recently banned Wall Street Bets server, stating racist and hateful speech, though the timing is rather suspect. The Wall Street Bets Telegram has since blown up from 500 members to over 34,000 members in just one day. Experts say that the GameStop drama is building to a volatile climax this Friday when the short is expected to expire, forcing the hedge fund to buy back no matter what the price of the stock. This entire story highlights the fragility in our current systems, and the influx of retail investors is pushing these traditional financial instruments to their limits. There was a couple great tweets recently. Anna Kasparian sent out a tweet that said, "So market manipulation by Federal Reserve pumping money into failing banks and corporations is okay, but Reddit users rallying GameStop is wrong and must be regulated. The entire stock market is disconnected from reality. Funny how quickly the financial press cries for hedge funds." Another tweet by Kevin Farzad said, "I know this GameStop stuff is funny, but you have to remember this is hurting real people who own multiple boats." So I think nobody's really feeling so bad for the hedge fund that was putting together the big long short on this particular stock. Folks like Elon Musk were also recently tweeting about this, and there's also some rumors that this same hedge fund was running a short on Tesla in the past. So some interesting stuff there, and definitely one to keep an eye on. I think we'll all be watching the GME stock over the next few days just to see what exactly happens when markets open on Friday. Also this week, the former chief of the IMF said that there's no way world governments will allow for Bitcoin on a large scale. Kenneth Rogoff, who's now a professor at Harvard, believes that governments will not allow Bitcoin to flourish on a large scale. Dismissing Bitcoin as a bubble and a hedge against dystopia, the economist stated that the Bitcoin project would be stifled by government regulation. So he's not alone in this thinking. As we mentioned last week, the Biden administration is looking at new regulations for the crypto space, but there are voices in Congress who believe the government should leave Bitcoin alone. Representative Patrick McHenry said, "Due to the nature of the technology of Bitcoin, governments cannot kill it, nor should they." I think that's an apt description of Bitcoin, in the sense that perhaps even trying to kill it would just Streisand affect the entire scenario, and more people would just simply become interested in it. So interesting stuff, though. Mad Money host Jim Cramer seems to agree, seeing it as a hedge against inflation. So after a historic Powerball jackpot of $731 million was drawn this week, Jim Cramer chimed in with some sage advice for that winner, recommending to put 5% of the jackpot in Bitcoin alongside several other investments such as gold and real estate. Rather than worrying about taxes, he told the winner that inflation was the biggest danger for their new fortune. Alongside gold and other precious metals, the Mad Money host called Bitcoin a new and important store of value that would be an important hedge against inflation. It's apt advice. Anyone who comes into significant money should be considering the impact of inflation on their value. And yeah, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, there's a lot of interesting new cryptocurrencies out there that I think are proving that they are more reliable than the US dollar, which has that sweet, sweet print button by the Federal Reserve that often gets hit every once in a while. So a report claims major colleges discreetly buying Bitcoin. According to a report by the financial columnist Ian Allison, a number of Ivy League universities, including the University of Michigan, Brown, Yale, and Harvard, have been discreetly purchasing cryptocurrencies. It's no secret that many colleges all around the world have been getting more involved in cryptocurrencies, offering classes related to blockchain technology, and many universities accepting digital currency donations. Regarding the endowment purchases, it's likely, though, that they will have to discuss holdings publicly in 2021, as many of these schools would have benefited from the recent run-up in the cryptocurrency market. So I always find this one kind of funny when you've got these professors at Harvard saying one thing and then behind the scenes they're actually buying up some crypto. A little bit duplicitous. Rick and Morty creator sells NFT art for over $1 million in Ether. Justin Roiland, the co-creator of the cartoon series Rick and Morty, has joined the growing trend of celebrity artists creating non-fungible tokens, NFT artwork, after the animator released a collection called The Best I Could Do on the NFT auction house Nifty Gateway. The artwork sold for over $1 million in Ethereum. And you can see the beautiful photo, the beautiful drawing, illustration there of Rick and Morty. Although all the proceeds went to charity, maybe you have some opinions about these NFTs fetching $1 million. Let us know what your thoughts are. Do you own any NFTs? Which wallets are you using to store your NFTs in? Because at the moment, Bitcoin.com wallet does not support NFTs, but it is something we are very seriously looking into. There's been a lot of interesting stuff going on in the NFT space, and it's definitely one that we're keeping a very close eye on. So let us know in the comments, like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week. Thanks.